the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Bengals and the Bulldogs. All that and more coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the London Bulldogs. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw here. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. We're able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And, you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it, or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Burrow. Going to let one fly for Robinson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's got his man on the out route.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. Open man is Chase, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. London about set to take over on offense. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Jacobs going to try the middle. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw.
And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's London with the football.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
54 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bulldogs are back within a score.
And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Point after try forthcoming. And that one makes it 14-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because
he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And that's how you start a drive, because they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Inside handoff to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 29, Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary read, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense the credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 6. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, able to avoid him. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He got 29 yards that time. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And this is why more and more teams are getting their wide receivers involved in the running game. When you've got playmakers on the perimeter, you've got to get creative and find ways to get the ball in their hands. And here, this is a great job to get out of that initial contact and turn it into a big play.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This is a big play in this wild card matchup facing 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bulldogs have taken the lead.
Well, Charles, after the first quarter, it was just complete disaster for them. Everything has flipped. I mean, it's 180 degrees in the other direction now here in quarter 2.
Championship effort right there. How about them marching almost the length of the field, coming through on their final opportunity to get the win? This is one that this team will remember forever, as well as their fans.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. Taking it in. And the Bulldogs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drive, 4 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he wisely will throw that one away. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again, it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up to throw.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Back to throw again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup, as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We had great action yesterday, and this, the first of 3 more games coming at you here on Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC wildcard game. And you can see the result there. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, on the other side, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much, as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
You have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Going on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase from 6 yards away. And the Bulldogs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception from the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 24.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Burrow. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
Out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And he comes back with one complete.
And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Burrow will throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
The extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far.
Open man downfield as Waddle. He's got it. On the move past the 40. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line.
And what a big-time play there. 41 yards
frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Once again, it's Jacobs. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They're going to look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bulldogs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 8 yards there on a 1st down.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They're passing here. Joe Burrow trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Running is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 137 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, I think.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Jacobs going to try the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed. It's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Mixon on the draw. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. He finds his man. It's Robinson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now Burrow on first down. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now it's Burrow. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete right side to Kmet. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them 1 step closer.